Welcome back to another chapter of the Adventures of Mark Mech. I am joined here by SonicKamehameha, also known as Mark. I am Benico, also known as Benico. As seen from our previous chapter, we had just gone to the festival of the world's largest ice cube and have met Mark's extremely kooky and quirky friends. And so we get into some little classic, little cute moments here as Mark and Videl seem to go up on their own while the rest of the friend group feels kind of like a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh wheel. And so, as they move along with the festival, doing such things in festivities, at one point Torpeda comes up and brings up to him saying, it's like, Videl in this state looks an awful lot like another character from the same franchise, and brings up a picture of Fasha, or the female Saiyan warrior that was a part of Bardock's team from the Bardock special.
I believe the Japanese name is Celipa. That is the Japanese notation for it. I never understood why they decided to have her name changed in the States to Fasha. Either or is fine, but yeah, we're sticking with Fasha for this one.
And so, for a brief moment, Vidal's eyes shift. It doesn't necessarily seem like anything strange about it, but something seems to overcome her a little bit. But do not worry, dear viewer, that will be explained later. And so, after a little bit of weird exposition, and again showing random female characters in front of people because that's a normal thing in this friend group, if not this world, don't judge, we then get introduced to a very, very important character that will be important moving on forward, and her name is Taylor. She is a very, very super cool, super capable, and very super secret spy-esque kind of girl who is working at a vendor shop at the world's largest ice cube fair. I guess the economy's a bust, I guess. Anyways, don't worry. She's very important later. So this innocuous scene does not indicate that she will be as unimportant as her current shop is now. And so, obviously, trying to read the moment with Mark being with an actual female, decides to tease him on having a girlfriend finally, and tries to give a quick explanation about things. But don't worry, she'll be more than filled in on things later. And so, after getting a little bit of food, Mark and Vidal realize that they are in fact missing someone from their group, namely the Blue Blur himself. And so, after wandering through some crowds, because wouldn't you know it, none of them have cell phones, he finally finds Sonic just chilling by a tree because, I don't know, where else would Sonic be? I suppose he could have been in the tree, but that would have been too obvious. But now, after realizing after finding Sonic that Videl has now gone missing instead, he now opts to search for her. However, Videl is waking up in a place and honestly is not quite normal. This appears to be some sort of a hallucination or illusion brought upon in her own mind, and she is confronted by none other than a manifestation of Fasha, the very person that she was just shown a while ago and is now actively talking inside her head. However, this is not a mere manifestation of Adele's inner turmoil being in the form of this violent Saiyan woman, but it is in fact entirely separate deity, which will be explained later. But for now, just think of it as a bad influence now pressing upon her mind. And at this moment, she is trying to pressure Videl into giving into her desires to feed and to grow and to enjoy it. Very, very much devil as advocate here, and pretty much the devil on the shoulder, or in this case, the devil churning out the gut. So, acting as a bad influence, Videl becomes slightly possessed and not in full control of herself, as she now is finding a lack of self control when she's around food. Unfortunately, she realizes after turning away that she is in fact on a fairgrounds, which means lots of easily accessible food.